how true that is. Well, you know, because
I
he
know
has
it's
to.
Tyson Fury. I know because it's Tyson Fury. We're not going to take it with a pinch of salt, but that
I
is
mean,
it.
I'd like to see him with Floyd. But I mean, cool. It's Ruiz, isn't
Would
it?
you go and watch that fight?
Would I go and watch it? If I wouldn't go and pay for a ticket, no.
Ooh, I just
If it was AJ fighting Ruiz.
Because that dynamic was a bit of to see AJ fighting the second time. I think the dynamic was a bit interesting to be able to see if AJ was going to do it. I mean, Fury against Ruiz is going to be a massive height disadvantage for Ruiz. It's going to be easy for Fury to beat Ruiz.
I know.
Don't you reckon?
What, jab and move? Jab and move? Jab and move?
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Y'all just a pumped up middleweight, pumped up middleweight, cruiserweight.
Yeah. I'm sure, like, ain't that going to be an easy fight, guys? Come on, help me out. Come on, don't leave me in the lurch.
No, I'm not going to leave you. I mean, it's more than obvious, in my opinion. In your opinion, it's just more than obvious. I'm just like, I don't have anything more to add to it. There's nothing more I can add to it. I mean, it's like it'll just get repetitive, you know.
It would just, and where do you think Kenny? Do you think that would go the distance, or do you think that Fury would knock out Ruiz? Would just knock him out, would he?
The thing about him, he's planted his feet. You know, fighting his feet. He believes in knockouts. But what he'll do is that he can still generate a power from distance. So it's highly likely that he will stop Ruiz. There's going to be a lot of things with Ruiz because he's got slow feet but fast hands. The fast hands are an E-class, but the slow feet is one of the things where it's not going to happen. By the time he tries to get those combinations off, he's already receiving 2 jabs, a right hand, and a body shot. So he's already receiving his combinations at distance. So I don't see it. But if you're with boxing, you don't know, mate. You don't know. Tyson Fury might not take you seriously and might get one of those combinations where it's not just a right hook, but it's an uppercut, a flurry of uppercuts, left hooks, and boom, boom. You don't know.
Yeah,
but it's unlikely.
There is one thing I do know, that they will call that fight the Battle of the Bulge. That
Battle of the Bulge continues. The Battle of the Bad Builds. Yeah, they're badly built, boy, I tell ya. AJ, AO, chime in. Where are we thinking? What are we thinking about? Fury against who's it? Who did we just say? Sorry, my bad.
Ruiz.
Ruiz.
I want Fury to go away. That's what I think.
We all want Fury to go away. Well, that's most of us.
No, I think Fury will win. I think it would be a boring fight though, because I don't think if Fury's gonna go for the knockout, that means he's gonna put himself in line of fire to get hit by Ruiz. I don't trust none of the fighters, because I was thinking about when y'all were talking earlier about the dynamic with AJ and Ruiz. But if you think about it, when we're talking about, I always talk to you about grading fighters. You know, my big thing is what grade you put in a fighter. I would give AJ a B personally, only because the only other elite fighter I've ever seen him fight was Usyk. Like, I think that Parker was good to very good. I think some of these guys are good to very good, but the only other elite fighter I think we ever seen him in the ring with was Usyk. And I think it was a level difference there. The only fighter that I consider elite to me with that Fury's ever fought was Klitschko.
I put AJ B plus as a. I put AJ as a B plus, or A, and Usyk at A and Usyk and them not like A plus. Couldn't put AJ as a B class fighter. No.
On the people he's fought, on the people he's
fought, I'll give him an A minus.
A stretch to me.
He would lose marks for 3 defeats, though.
Yeah, once against an A+ fighter, and one that was vindicated. So that's why I'd give him an A-. I would chuck him into a B. Like Jared Anderson is a B level heavyweight at the minute.
No, I'm marking AJ Danks. He got his tactics wrong to the extent that
you have him as a B level.
No, I'm giving B plus. But the reason why, because there was a few things that he did there's a few things that he did to piss me off with his tactics at the first fight. That's why I'm marking him down for, certain things I didn't like what he did.
I reacted,
but the second fight,
to me, it's like
he did better.
He's lost against people put Usyk as either 1 or 2 pound for pound. So and then you've got people like Tyson Fury that duck Usyk. So I can't say that AJ is a B level fighter for losing against.
No, I took marks off, not because of what he's an elite fighter, but there was certain. I take marks off.
You can't be an elite fighter and be a B.
No, yeah, but I took marks off. I took marks off for mate because of a few errors I didn't like in his work. That's why I took marks off. That's what I'm marked down for certain things in a fight.
Well, I tell you what,
I can't mark him down all the way to a B though.
I said B plus. I said B plus.
Yeah, I couldn't put him in a B.
I got him down B minus, C plus tops.
C plus.
C plus, B minus, round there, at best.
At his best or right now?
Right now.
I think at his best, I could see a B plus. But when you say A to me, now you're talking about somebody who you could.
I'll say A minus.
But an A in general, when I hear an A, now I'm comparing them. How would he look against Lennox? How would he look against Holyfield? I never got a feeling like.
No, they're A pluses. That's elite. That's the elite. Where would you put Tyson Fury against Lennox Holyfield? Why is Tyson Fury? Why would you put Tyson Fury as some A level fighter?
I don't have him as an A.
I don't got him.
But I don't have him as a. That's what I'm saying. I don't have him as an A. To me, you can't be an A unless I see you against another elite fighter and then you win convincingly or you look a little different. That's why when you just say throwing out A's, I'm like, well, he never fought another elite fighter, so we didn't see him against another guy. We go, now this guy can. We think he could lose this fight. This is a 50-50 fight. AJ, up to that point, to me, had never been.
Everyone thought he was going to lose that fight. No one thought he was going to beat Klitschko. A lot of people didn't even think he was going to beat Povetkin. No, there wasn't.
Nah, I disagree with that. I don't remember. I don't remember seeing. We in 2 different countries too. So
go look back at the news.
I had AJ as a hot favorite for Povetkin because
AJ was a favorite against Povetkin. Klitschko, you're right.
He wasn't a favorite for Klitschko. They was like, that fight's too soon. It's too early in your career.
But see, that fight was to show that AJ is the goods though.
So that's an elite fighter though. Doesn't matter what age. That's what I'm saying. So I can't put him at the B.
It's not a prime elite fighter.
It doesn't matter. That's not his fault that he fought that. It's not his fault that Klitschko's that age.
That does matter to an extent.
No, it doesn't.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it don't. It doesn't matter.
The age doesn't matter when you fight a fighter.
If someone's elite, that's like, for me, Terence Bud Crawford's elitism is not going to be less elite because he's 36 now than he was when he was 34 or when elite is elite. That's what an elite fighter. Even when you're in your 40s, you're going to be still better than fucking other people that are in their prime because you're elite. That's the whole point of being elite.
If Conor beat Pacquiao, is the elite?
Alexander Usyk is going to be. I don't think people are just going to be able to come around and wash him because he's 36 now and going to be 37 next year. No, he's elite. So no, if you've beaten an elite fighter and faced elite opposition, I can't put you as a B. As a B fighter.
I think from the argument, there's two sides to that story. I can see both points. I can see the situation where maybe in the fifth round when he put him down, he put Klitschko down. We're in that fight. AJ is about to go, and in the 6th round, he got put down in the right hand. He did the right thing to think, you know what? I don't want any more coming. I'm going to go and take the knee. And go, and then he withheld the storm. Yeah. So you give him credit for that. But then again, you could always say on the flip side, a younger Usyk let him off the hook like that. And I think that's why people are 50-50 on that. But for me, being there and watching it, he's suffering in that fight and he came through it. So for me, that is an elite performance. But others, I respect the other opinion that where people will always have that in the back of their mind. You know,
Yeah.
would the Klitschko in his prime let him off for that 6th round?
No.
I don't know.
Everything he showed you up to that point was like when you say it doesn't matter the age. That doesn't make sense because you lose things. Like take Bud right now, right? If you notice one thing with Bud, and I don't see anybody talk about. Yes, it does, because now Bud's legs aren't the same as they were 4 years ago. They aren't. It's the reason why he sits in the pocket a lot more. He's skilled enough to do it, obviously, but Bud's legs aren't the same. If you pay close attention,
it doesn't mean he's not. It doesn't mean it takes away his elitism. Like it doesn't mean that. No, I can't say that if now Spence beats him, now Spence is beating a non-elite fighter because he was older. No, he's aged out, but he's once elite establishment. You're an elite fighter. That means you have more longevity than a regular fighter. So no, it doesn't matter. Klitschko was in tip-top shape when he fought AJ. He wasn't ailing, flailing. He looked in better shape fighting AJ than he did fighting Fury. Let's have it right. And he was 17 months older. So no, I look at the condition. Things are contextual. Klitschko did not look like he was aged and looked like he was shit and trash.
Right, but I think
he just weren't in his prime. All right, he weren't in his prime.
Right, that's all I was saying.
He weren't in his prime. He weren't in his prime. But he wasn't in his prime when Tyson Fury fought him. He wasn't in his prime then.
Hold on, Chin, I agree. I'm saying that none of them are A fighters. That's my point.
Yeah,
like, I don't view none of them as A
people.
fighters.
I see. I'm not saying you. I just say I see people that always say, "Oh, well, AJ beat an old Klitschko." So I'm like, okay, so AJ beat an old Klitschko. So did Fury. If it was a good win for Fury, then it's a good win for AJ. If it's a bad win for Fury, then it's a bad win for AJ. Which one are you choosing? You can't take half a dozen and 3 of none. No.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think Tyson Fury has lived more on that Fury Klitschko win than he has on Wilder. He's lived off. To be honest, he's lived and dined out on both those wins. But you know, the one that put him on the kind of the map was the Klitschko one, because again, the reason why Tyson Fury is seen as an elite fighter and the greatest of all time is because people see, well, hang on it, how can someone beat Wilder with that right hand? He unlocked the key with Klitschko, the experience. Everything is in place. He's got knockout power. He's got good feet. He's got a good jab. He sits on top of you. How can you deal with someone like that? And he found a way to win those fights. And I think those 2 fights, in a lot of people, boxing people's minds, are always going to make him elite, whether we like it or not, whether we disagree or not. It's those 2 fights that defined Tyson Fury.
Yeah. Hang on, Shelton, spinning. Hang on.
And I disagree with you too, just to make a point about a B fighter. A B fighter can't be an elite fighter, because I think that me personally, I got Tim Brad. Hold on, all time though. I got Tim Bradley.
No. What average do you have to do to get into an Ivy League university? Can you be a B? Can you be a B average student?
Got the right connections.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You got to be an A level. You got.
I literally know that that's true if you got the right connections.
No, in let's just get back down to earth and be talking about proper, not talking about the exceptions and one-offs just because you know one person or a couple.
But Tim Bradley to me is a B+ fighter. And he's
across the board, Ivy League is not for average students.
Do you think that Tim Bradley's an A fighter?
I want to keep it where I'm going. Across the board, you cannot get into an Ivy League or you cannot get into an Oxford or Cambridge averaging at a B grade. You can't. Can you?
Well, what's the
answer the question, Ao.
Well, I just told you, yeah, and you told me I can't.
No, you can't. Okay, well then you're just being silly. Electro Jed is Electro Jed sleeping?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, I did. I'm sorry, medication. Sorry.
Oh, you need to go to
sorry,
bed.
Mate.
My wife just pushed me up.
Yeah, I was like, what happened? Can you get in an Ivy League university being an average B student, or do you need to be an A student to get into an Ivy League? Because AO for some reasons now decided to be silly because he knows he knows about 2 people that have got in for an Ivy League.
Well, according to statistic, data, and facts, it says that Ivy League people with B averages get in all the time with those same transcripts all the time. Ivy League school.
Pull it up and
I
send
got
it.
you. I'll link it in the chat.
See what you did.
I'll link it in the chat.
Pull it up.
I'll link it in the chat.
Shelton. There's Ivy.
Yeah.
Can you be a B level? Can you be a B student and for the most part be administered into an Ivy League school? For the most part, Shelton. Or do you need to be outstanding?
You can't. No.
Thank you.
No, they won't even. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to get in. Probably not. Unless you're an athlete. You have to be an athlete or something.
You've got a scholarship. And even when you get a scholarship,
you'd have to be an athlete or something. A regular kid applying to Princeton or Yale or something. If you're making B's, you're not getting in.
B's.
Yeah, if you're not, that doesn't sound.
You're not making the A's. You're not getting into Princeton, a Harvard. You're not. So I don't know what AO is one of those people that you see on Kevin Samuel's show. You know the women that go, "Well, I
can I answer this question? Can I answer this question, Chan? Yes, Tim Bradley is an A-level fighter because the only guy that beat Tim Bradley was Manny Pacquiao. Nobody else beat him.
He'll beat him.
AO, have you watched Kevin Samuels? You know, there's women that are like that. They're deemed as like below average, and they come on the show and they go, "Oh, I can get a man that makes $20,000 a month, high value man." And Kevin Samuel says, "Why?" And he goes, "Because I've seen a couple people. I've seen people do it." So Kevin Samuel says there's possibilities everywhere, but is it the normal? Is it the probability that it is? So that's what you're reminding me of. You're reminding me of a woman right now.
Well, when it's thousands of kids with B averages that get in each year, that wouldn't be the exception to the rule, would it?
Say that? Yeah, no, say that again.
It's 162,000 kids that get into Ivy League school each school year, right? What is it? 6,000 to 7,000 of those kids are B average students. That's a lot of kids.
Okay, so what's the majority that gets in? You just said 160, and out of 160,000, you picked 6,000. So
out of 160,000, and you gonna pull 6,000 to 7,000?
Well,
that's like 1%, maybe 1.5%.
Yeah.
The point being, she said,
we will not be conducting this. You just lost it, mate.
I deal with facts, figures, statistics, reality.
Can I retort you said
I do.
You just trying to tell us about the 1%, 1.5%? Come on, bro.
That wouldn't your math off. That wouldn't be 1%.
We don't care if the math's off. You said out of 160,000 places, 6,000 of those entrants that get into that Ivy League school are B students. Out of 160,000,
that's a lot of.
What is the majority in that school?
It would be A
level. Anyway, moving along swiftly. I haven't got time to argue with people that have no stats, no facts, no data.
Facts matter. So if we're going to have a conversation, we have to agree that there's some things that are just true. Facts and data matter.
Yeah, you ain't got data. Yeah, come out, IO. Stop chatting shit on this panel. What I'm saying is, you cannot be B level deemed as elite. That is average. That's deemed as average.
If that's not 1%, Chan, what is it? Like 2%, 3%, something like that?
He picked
6,000 out of 160,000.
Yeah. That is like 2% that he's picked out. Now that's the majority. He doesn't know the difference between. Hang on, Jackway. He doesn't know the difference between a possibility and a probability. They're two different things, even though they both start with the letter P. IO, with that fact, stats, and data, I can take it that you didn't go to an Ivy League school.
No, but I do.
Because you're average at best with that. with that logic.
I do pretty well for myself, though.
No, you're average. That was average. That was below average. That was so. You didn't even make
do pretty well for myself.
Wait, let me get this.
But can I?
No, you can't. No, you can't, because we've got a caller and we've had enough of your foolery and I've entertained it for too long. Hang on, 1 sec. Yeah, that was just foolishness. You got, yeah. Jump off, my G. Jump off. You know the ones where it gets too hot. Don't come with that. Hang on, let me just put you on. Coming with that bullshit here. Talking about a 6,000 out of 160,000 people and yeah, come on, stop it. This is LadyChann show. Shouts out to, we got Jackway in the booth. Hey, Jackway.
What's going on? What's going on? What's the hey?
He had long record defenses and blah blah. Obviously, he is a big name, but the fact is that his 2 fights with Pacquiao, he won the first fight. The second one, you know, that's arguable. Yes. That was, for me, that's arguable. But I think what's happened is that some fighters, because I don't think he's an elite fighter, but he's had a very good record. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So my point is, Io was trying to say you can be elite but B level. That's you know the ones that you can't be elite at B level. You either place him at
elite,
B level.
Elite.
You can't be B level and elite. It's A.
Yeah.
Chen?
It's like football, isn't it? Sorry, AJ.
No, it's all good. That's kind of like saying, oh, he's an idiot, but he's also a genius.
Yeah. That means he's on the IQ. When he takes his IQ test, he's 85 points, which is deemed as retarded. But he's a genius.
Yes. Look, there's the thing with elite fighters. Only a few fighters can belong to elite. It's like football, though. In terms of like boxers, you can't have everyone in the elite level. You have to. You have to be elite for a reason. It has to be few and special boxers, like football. Not every footballer is world class. There has to be like you've got to have levels. You've got to have good fighters, very good fighters. You've got to go. You have excellent fighters, and you have elite.
My point, my point was I wasn't trying to say. I wasn't saying that just say for instance that AJ was an A+, which is elite. I said he's an A-, or you lot said a B+, and he said, oh, he's a B, but he's elite because you can be a B and be an elite.
No, what I'm trying to say, I took marks off. Like, if he wins his first title. If he wins the title for the 3rd time, whatever anyone says, that's elite. It's for me. If you win it 3 times, it's elite.
My point is, in any fighter, even if it's not AJ, anything that's graded in life with the letter B isn't an elite grade. If it's a passable grade, but it doesn't get you. This is what I'm saying. Getting a B out of your A levels, you cannot go to Cambridge or Oxford and get in with a B. You have to be an elite student with A's.
Definitely.
He tried to say because there's 6,000 out of 160,000 entrants that they are and they're B level. Because at 6,000.
Let's remember the royal family. Unless you remember the royal family. And you went to an elite boarding school, you'll get into Oxford and Cambridge with C's and B's but you're not. Not everyone's. You have to be.
No, we're not
have
talking
a special
about
dispensation.
We're talking about normal. Yeah. So AA.
No.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Question. Look, okay, Shan, LadyChann, I got a question. Okay, so what about Jared Anderson? Is he a B level, A level?
So now fighter? He's B, but he could probably work his way up to A, innit? We don't know.
Right. Now, what about Joe Joy?
Because he's a prospectish fringe world, isn't it? So you can say he's B.
Right. We don't know because they've never fought on the A level yet. We don't know what they are until they fight another A level fighter.
Matter of fact, I got a question.
There you go.
Joshua had fought some A level.
There you go.
Couple A level fighters. He said because Klitschko was old, that doesn't make him an A level fighter all of a sudden. Because Alexander Usyk, I don't know, is out of his prime. That makes it like so. That means we have to discount it. Like he wasn't making sense. He was trying to make sense with his own nonsense, and that's what I'm not going to pick up for. Oh yeah, we got. Oh yay! Big say so.
Well,
sorry, I didn't see.
That's all you need to know. There you go. That's all you need to know.
All right, man.
Yeah, daddy, we creeper. Follow the leader. I want it dirty.